A fast, secure, and dependable home network is more important than ever. Our homes and professional environments are either hardwired to the internet or are connected to a wireless network. So we're on a journey to find the best wireless router that can optimize both our wired and wireless connections, which makes our internet faster, safer, secure, and downright more fun. So we asked our friends at ASUS to send us the best wireless router to meet our needs. So ASUS sent us the RT-AXE7800 Wi-Fi 6E performance router. Let's open the box and see what's inside. And guys, remember, by subscribing to our channel, you're gonna get better Wi-Fi, guaranteed. The AXE7800 is one hex of a router. And by that, I mean it's shaped like a hexagon. It's a pretty unusual form factor, but nevertheless pretty cool. And it also has 6 built-in foldable antennas that should provide us with a wide and stable wireless coverage area for all our devices. The main benefits of this Wi-Fi 6E router is the new 6 GHz band, which dramatically increases network capacity, delivering higher Wi-Fi performance, resulting in more network stability. And this router has speeds up to 7800 megabits per second. The front of the router has 9 LED indicator lights. This includes WAN and LAN port lights, band lights, and power lights. Looking at the back of this router, there is a 2.5 gig WAN connection, a 1 gig WAN connection, and 3 LAN ports. It also includes a USB 3.0 and the DC in power connection. And the bottom of the router contains the power button and the reset button. This ASUS router, or is it ASUS? I don't know, contains the DC power adapter, Ethernet cable, the quick start guide, app download instructions, Wi-Fi helper tips, and warranty card. Now, let's install the router into our network. We'll simply replace the old router with the new router. We'll connect the Ethernet port from the fiber ONT to the WAN port on the router. And I'll connect my LAN port from my network panel to the LAN port on the router. Next, I'll plug in the DC power supply and turn the power on for the router. We'll need to wait a few minutes for the router to connect to the internet. And it may take a little bit longer for our network to connect as well. Just gotta be patient. And while I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and download the app. Once the indicator lights show that we have an internet connection, we can now log into the router. We're gonna set up the router using the app on our phone. The app will automatically detect the router, and now it will start the setup process. We're gonna need to name our SSID. We'll use Ultimate Tech Hub. After we set our passwords for our SSID, we can now log into the network. So there's 2 things that ASUS does really well. First, they make the router setup process very simple. It can't get much easier than this. And second, the app interface, as well as the web browser interface, are very easy to navigate. The menu systems are laid out logically with no confusion, and that's pretty refreshing. So now we're gonna log in to the web browser interface. And the first thing we're gonna do is a speed test, because speed is king. And because we have 1 gig fiber, our speeds are ultra fast. Now let's check our wireless speeds from about 75 feet away in a different room. And we're ultra fast. So what about gaming? Let's do a wired speed test on our PlayStation 5. And wow, I was not expecting these speeds. We're getting 426 down and 108 up. Spectacular. Let's check out our speeds on our HP laptop. So we're outside by the pool, 90 feet away from the router. And our speeds are pretty decent considering the range of the router and that the signal has to go through that sliding glass door. And we have no problem watching YouTube videos like this one. Now it's time for the fun part. It's game time. We're gonna play some online games to check the speed and stability of this wireless router. First up is one of my favorite games, Call of Duty. And I love playing zombie mode. And this is online with 3 other players. And during this game, there was no discernible lag or latency. I played dozens of rounds of zombie mode and had no connection issues. All the gameplay was seamless and buttery smooth. And because our download speeds and upload speeds are insanely fast, playing Call of Duty is a real joy. But now let's try out Gran Turismo 7. I want to try out some online racing. And without a doubt, this is my favorite mode in Gran Turismo 7. I love racing against real opponents, not computers. It's so much fun to compete against other players around the world. It's a true competition, and it's really entertaining watching the other players crash. And once again, there is no latency or lag in this game. Pretty amazing. and the car is very responsive. Truly a joy to drive. So this ASUS router is fast and reliable. But how secure is it? Because security is the most important thing when it comes to a router. So let's take a look at the menus to find out how secure this router really is. Let's start with the network map. This screen gives you the internet status, your security level, the number of devices connected, including any mesh devices and USB devices, and it shows all your wireless settings and router system settings. Next, we have AI Mesh. You can connect multiple ASUS compatible routers to integrate into one large mesh Wi-Fi network, and it's a must for two-story homes. And the next tab is Guest Network, and this is AI Protection, another awesome feature by ASUS, and this adds a whole nother level of security. And make sure to have this enabled at all times. The next tab is Parental Controls. This is absolutely necessary if you have small kids or teenagers. The next tab is Adaptive QoS, which is Quality of Service. This is where you perform your speed test. Next is Traffic Analyzer, which is pretty self-explanatory. Then you have the USB application, which allows you to plug in various devices into the USB 3.0 on your router. And the next tab is AI Cloud 2.0, which allows you to connect to your data from anywhere in the world. The next tab is the Wireless tab, which contain all of your wireless settings. Then we have the LAN tab, and then we have the WAN tab, and then we have the Amazon Alexa tab, which allows for integration of Amazon Alexa. And there's an IPv6 tab, and then we have the VPN tab, which allows us to connect a VPN to the router. And then we have the Firewall tab, Administration tab, System Log tab, and lastly, Network Tools. And all these menus are available on the phone app as well. So now for the all-important review of the AXE7800. We tested this router for over 2 weeks with streaming, gaming, uploading, downloading, and just basic web browsing. And the AXE7800 hits all the marks. It's fast, reliable, and secure. It includes advanced menu options. With one-tap safe browsing, you protect your kids when they're online. So if you're looking to buy your very first router, or you want to upgrade your old router, the ASUS AXE7800 is a fantastic choice. It has everything you need for a fast, secure, and reliable network, with plenty of room to grow. So make this Wi-Fi 6E router part of your home network. You won't be sorry. And the product link will be in the description below. Thanks for watching.